Okay. Uh, yes. Yeah, I think this is what I want. It's gonna be a crazy little setup. So, Merry Christmas Eve. Welcome to Slow Sewing Sundays, Christmas Eve edition. Making sure the door's closed. Um, hmm. Actually, again, this is gonna be a weird setup. So, okay. So my sound is here. I've got one view over there, which is the one that I'm showing you. I just rolled my chair away because, like, we're just totally gonna do this all standing up. You saw I just got on top of the table. It wasn't planned, but like going around the table, it's a lot of wires. I tried not to get those in any of the shots. Again, Merry Christmas Eve, and I got a flight I gotta catch in about, we're leaving here in about 3.5 hours. So, yeah, but hey, look at my jammies. Like that's really the whole point here. Uh, oh my gosh. Sorry, that's like far away. Let me. Okay. Hi there, work on a winter coat, and your live popped up. Hey, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it's. Don't look at me. Just focus on your coat. You know, first things first. But hey, glad to have you. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah. Last time we talked, no, no, no. Don't be sorry. Um, you know, that this is what this is for. You know what I mean? Like doing a little bit of sewing together. So, no sorries. Um, yeah. So we are going to be working on or what I'm going to be working on is a dress pattern from it's the Roscoe dress pattern. It's a true bias pattern. Let me see. I think basically the one that I just showed in the camera is exactly the view that I'm gonna do. Um, Again, this will get better. Um, yeah. Whew, why am I already sweating? But I do have my tea. Okay, so I'm gonna switch camera views, and yeah, let me do that because you're totally missing out on some stuff. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so this beautiful fabric. Um, this is a rayon challis, I think is what it's called. So I think it'll look great in that dress. This is the second dress that I feel like that I've done over lives where we're actually doing like ruffles and things. Again, you could totally talk to me. You could totally talk to me. I feel bad that you apologized. Please do not apologize for anything. I'm mostly just, being funny, and this whole thing is just entertaining to me. So I kind of hope it's entertaining for you as well, while you're sewing. So, yeah. So I'm gonna start laying out the pieces. I cut them out this morning in preparation for this live. So there are 9 pieces total. Um, yeah, going to be using 3 yards of this. This is going to be a very lightweight dress. Honestly, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh gosh, should I have um, ironed this out first because it's a little wrinkly. But I'm gonna try to calm down my inner perfectionist and maybe just work it out. Just work on actually getting the fabric to lay out. This actually takes me a little bit to do. You have the same fabric. Ooh. Okay. What did you have you done anything with this fabric yet? Like, do you have plans for it? Um, this is some of those fabrics that it's like I'm almost afraid to cut into, but I'm like, girl, if you don't get over yourself and just start cutting, like that's what fabric is for. Let's just use it how it's intended. Um, It's so funny too, because like, um, my dad actually, he's a bit of a clothes horse. I got mine from Blackbird. That's exactly where I got mine from. I got mine from Blackbird as well. So, girl, we probably got the same fabric from the same bolt. So yeah. Oh no, but the only thing I was gonna say about my dad is he's a clothes horse. And so like if you ever get him like a clothing item, he's like, "Oh, I just want to save this." I'm like, "For what, man?" Like you are gonna be 80 in the next couple years. What are you waiting for? Where now? Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm just like, let me cut into this. Oh my gosh, but I don't know. It's like so wrinkly that like if I were to lay my pattern pieces over it, it would it would definitely lay incorrectly. Okay. Oh, I do. Am I gonna start? Am I really gonna start ironing on camera? Maybe. Honestly, maybe. Maybe this is what this turns out to into. Yeah. Let me just do it. Let me start warming up. I'm not gonna use my big ironing machine though. Ironing machine. I don't have an ironing machine. I have a the ironing pad and then the iron. But I'm not gonna bring the big one out. Or should I? I could probably technically set it right up here. No, I'm gonna do this right here. I'm gonna bring her out. This is my little quilter's cut and press. It's little, but uh, it's little, but it'll do the job. I just need to iron out a couple things. And this is my mini iron, and yeah, we're just gonna. It warms up pretty quickly. It's already plugged in. And we're just gonna iron out a couple things. Honestly, at this point, I don't even think it's about being a perfectionist. Like this really, it just wouldn't work. And if you ever worked with rayon, you know how it can be. Um, and I just thought I prepped all the things, and I didn't prep all the things, and that's okay. Um, that's all right. And again, that's what Slow Sewing Sundays is for. All right. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, the camera definitely, because the shot is a little far away, so you can't really see this part, but it's definitely laying so much better now. Um, okay. Do I need steam? Possibly not. But whatever. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get out the major rankles. Just so the pattern pieces can lay down nicely and we don't distort our pieces. How many yards do you have? Yes, it's extremely shifty. I have 3 yards, so I have basically just enough to make this dress, or like the perfect amount to make this dress. Um, if I wanted to make the longer version, I wouldn't have enough. Allegedly, I think I could probably make it work. Um, but yeah, so I should be good. Honestly, because this is so shifty, it also kind of makes me wish I had a one of those tabletops um, that had like the cutting surface underneath, because it would just be so much like what I'm gonna end up doing is just use like pinning this and then cutting it out with scissors, which isn't extremely ideal. Like the most ideal thing to do would be to put some pattern weights down and then cut it out with a rotary cutter. But I don't have all that. I would rather not, because I have a 24 by 36. Can I reach it from here? Yeah, so my cutting pad is about this big, which is great, but if the whole surface was this, then I wouldn't have to try to slide it, reposition it underneath. And as you just mentioned, this fabric is a little too shifty for all that, seems like. So, but yeah, hey, Blackbird for the win, because they are high, they are expensive, but you know what you're getting. I love how they have the little cards that they have along with each piece of fabric that you get, that they already fill out the yardage, the fabric care, all those things. It's just so convenient, and I don't have to keep up with it, they already do that stuff for you. So yes. So actually this isn't going bad at all. It's one of those things, it's just do it. Okay. But I'm also glad to see some other people also sewing on Christmas Eve. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just another day. So, and it's a day that most people are off, so it just makes sense that, you would spend it doing what you want to do. And if it's making a coat, so be it. All right. Yeah, unfortunately, this was just going to be a necessary evil here. Again, another thing that I would have done off camera, but whatever. And I guess when I get to the point where I'm going to have to, use the iron to actually press the actual seams after I create some of them, then maybe I'll use the organza. I have a organza pressing cloth, but right now I'm fine with just I'm just laying the fabric out. So just hitting it with the iron from the wrong side of the fabric is good enough for me. Just another day, and the coat was supposed to be my Christmas. Oh yeah, exactly. Especially if it's a Christmas present for yourself, and it's just another day. I love that. I love that so much. Sounds really cute. So what kind of fabric are you using? What is it gonna look like? What's the color? I'm sorry if I have a lot of questions, but that just sounds very cute and very chic, and I think it's honestly, I really only like sewing for myself. There, I said it. It's really hard for me kind of to sew for others, and so many people want you to sew for them, and they really act like it'll only take a second, bippity boppity boo, and it's just not even like that, Every now and then, and especially too, I think it maybe if I had a lot of time, and maybe if fabric was a little cheaper, I wouldn't mind, but Um, I like the idea of making something for yourself because you're worth it. Alright. And it's so funny, like anytime I start any project doing something, I'm like, I have to cut out the pieces or like I have to iron, like these wrinkles out. But then I kind of start getting into it. um, yeah. When I start these lives, I kind of always have an idea of like, after the hour, like, what am I going to have accomplished or whatever it is. And what I had in my head is not what's going to happen, but that's okay. Um, I haven't worked on anything song related this week, so to have like this like kind of dedicated time to do anything on a project is actually kind of nice. I look forward to these Sundays because I know if nothing else, I may not have a lot to show y'all, but at least I will have made a little progress. So y'all just watching me iron away. I don't know if I mentioned this, but last time, but any, I've used this iron a couple times. I think on lives, um, and this iron was actually recalled. I think, but I knock on wood haven't had any issue with it. So you know what? I probably should have read what the recall was. Like, do they just start smoking? I don't know. Even since knowing the recall, I have definitely used it and have left it on overnight a couple times, but I'm still here. My space is still here. So, using quilting jacket. Oh, nice. Ooh, Eddie Bauer fabric. Okay. Black diamond quilted. Black diamond quilted. She said. That sounds fancy. That sounds like a luxury that you deserve. Um, and I already know, and you know this too. You're gonna get a lot of compliments on it. Let's see. Yeah. Thank you for. Yeah, I'm still here. Um, this iron hasn't gotten the best of me yet. Honestly, like all the appliances and stuff that we use, we're all really lucky to still have like the buildings we live in. You know what I mean? Like I feel like any of these could just bust into flames. So um, every day is a Christmas miracle. Let's see. Maybe I'm start ironing more often like this, like my fabric. The funny thing is I usually do this. I usually take the time to do this. Um, I think today I was just like, girl, you better hurry up and start doing this live. Because I still need to pack. I told myself I was gonna um, wash a couple things before I go. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Um, but I don't know. I'm not worried about it. I'm the type of person like regardless, you know what I mean? I'm the type of person they talk about that like checks the gate to make sure it's there, before a flight. So, and honestly, I used to work in the airline industry as a flight attendant. I was never late to a flight. Not because of me. I mean, have flights delayed, sure. Did crew scheduling call me when, the flight was already late and I had, to get there at a certain time? Sure, but like, did I ever delay a flight? Not this flight attendant. Mm-mm. I don't play. I was never trying to have people mad at me for no reason. I mean, people are gonna be mad anyway, but not not because of that. Um, so, dang, am I just ironing the whole thing? I think that's what's happening. It's fine. I feel like it's funny because I feel like these are definitely the parts you never see when people do sewing videos. Like nobody goes to the part of like ironing the fabric or pinning the pieces to the fabric. Like all that's part of it too. These videos that end up being like I sound like a salty old person. It's fine. I'll take it. I'm just talking about sewing wise. It's just funny that like these 10-second videos will like show the finished product. They'll show people like do one seam and then ta-da, like we made it, and it's like y'all so much went into this. Mhm. Never see the prep. You know, working hard to make it look easy. No, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you why I don't want to sew for you. This is why. Okay. Okay. All right. Last little bit. Last little bit. It's probably 15 minutes at least. Hey. Oh, watch. Oh, wow. You said watching the prep is your favorite part? That's amazing. Oh, you don't always know how to prep it? Girl, I can show you how to prep. I can show you how to over prep. That's not even a problem. Not even a problem. Um, Honestly, a lot of times I'll even prep like the tissue paper. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna actually do that today or here. Oh, but hi. I just started answering you and didn't say hi. Yeah, I even prep the tissue paper. So I actually iron that too. Just so it'll lay better a lot of times. But I'll put it on the lowest setting and using let's say no heat, no moisture, no water. Um, and it'll just like gently iron out those pieces. So basically, if you iron both your fabric and your tissue paper, like everything should be like as accurate as possible. But yeah, prep is very important, and even like pinning the fabric, pinning the pattern pieces to the fabric. I always make sure that um, when I fold, you'll see if I ever get to it, that when I fold the fabric together, that you kind of you encase the pretty side. So you're supposed to be actually like the part that you're pinning or like putting your pattern weights on is actually supposed to be the wrong side. Um, so that's where like all your marks are and all that type of stuff. And you don't have to do that, of course. That's also the great thing about sewing too. I feel like everybody they're kind of like quote unquote rules, but then like everybody kind of has their own style, and I just feel like it's one of those things where like so many of us can, you can do whatever you want. Oof. High five. I don't like pinning the fabric either. Um, I don't like pinning the fabric, and I really don't like making bias binding. Like, I feel like if you take the time to make bias, especially your own bias binding, like it looks the best, but ugh, um, definitely not my favorite. So I feel that my favorite is actually the part that is the part we don't do a lot of, which is actually the sewing of, because with every seam that I sew, like every time one seam is sewn, I'm like, "Ee!" Like I'm excited because it's like one seam closer. You know when you like you run a seam or two underneath your machine and then you immediately start putting it on. Like I can almost wear this now. I used to pin the fabric on the floor. Kindred spirits. I feel like there are just these like unspoken levels that all of us go through. Girl, I was on my knees too, just crawling around pinning. Yeah, so having a table, like especially like a dedicated table, if you can do it, do it. It really is exciting. It's exciting every time. I don't care. Like I will be 99 years old, well, hopefully sewing, and I'm just gonna be still excited. And yeah, and that's why usually too, I think a lot of sewists end up sewing a little like scantily clad, because you have to. Sometimes you're like, oh, I need to take off a certain part so I can try it on, so you won't have many clothes, while you're sewing. Sometimes, happens. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be mindful that this is still on, and put that over there. Let's see. I'm putting on my unfinished coat now. Exactly. Okay, I'm glad we're all jiving and like totally all on the same page. Honestly, this is the part where like I feel like we could kind of see each other, because now I want to see the coat too. I think we all do. All right, so let's see. Prepping. All right. I actually don't like this part much either. Because I start getting, y'all are gonna see me start really being really nitpicky. Yeah, honestly, thank y'all for joining, but I think we're really here for your coat. So, just so you know. Because actually, I'm not actually excited about this dress so much. I think I will be once I get closer, and you know how we were talking, like getting a little closer, and it's starting to become real. But your coat is like, it sounds like it's very close, um, and it's very in season, so it just sounds amazing. And the thing about a coat is you're putting in work. See, I need to post more. You know what? Like you you can just post whenever you want. Like if you ever look through some of my, videos, I've had a lot of gaps, but I felt like um I just there are things that I want to make, or like I get very proud of them, like the excitement that we're talking about, and then it's like let me post this. And honestly, if it's only posting for yourself, like that's worth it too. And then you have something you can look back on and like really be like, wow, like look how far I've come, like all the things I did. Um, and yeah, there are really just no downsides to it. So I hope you post. If anything, just so we can see it. But I think actually you would appreciate it too if you choose to, and it doesn't have to be in front of all of us, social media wise. It could totally be just for you. Um, I know sometimes like I will take photos on my phone and just look back on things. Or sometimes I'll even take it a step further and like my local CVS or something and um, uh, have stuff like printed out. But yeah, it could just be for you. I mean, you worked so hard on that, you know? Yes, definitely. Some of my first makes I just still have to just because of sentimental. Some things I have made that I was like, I can let her go, and like hopefully, it'll find a happy home elsewhere. But yeah, totally, totally worth it posting it, or just having it for you. And I see Leslie has entered the chat. She is the one where these jammies is totally. I saw her daughter wearing these, and I was like, I want that fabric. Like, why don't they ever make like really cute things for like adult size too? She was like, girl, like they have these in your size too, Hannah Anderson. And I was like, Hannah who? Google. And then I was like, okay, bet I'm getting these for myself. So I was influenced by a 1 year old, just turned one. But her fashion taste, her mom's fashion taste, I love it. So yeah. Again, I would wear these on the plane, but I'm not. But I'm definitely wearing these tomorrow morning and surprising my parents. They know I'm coming, but still. Sorry if I keep leaning over. It's just my setup is bad, so I'm like kind of reading. Okay, but I'm doing pretty good laying this out. It ain't gonna be perfect, but what is, right? And then yes. All right, all right. Okay. Okay. um Question for the group. Nobody has to answer, but do y'all follow usually in the instructions of these pattern companies and these booklets, they have like a diagram of like how to put the pieces on the fabric. Do y'all follow that or do you do your own thing? I like always do my own thing. And it's not because I'm a rebel, it's just that I don't know. I just feel like I could figure this out. So that's what I'm about to do. That's what made me think of it. I mean, it hasn't failed me this far, so I feel like it'll be okay. Okay. Sleeve. I can go anywhere. I definitely usually start with the pieces that have to go on the fold. Um, See, exactly. Yes, I do my own thing too. I'm like, you're not the boss of me and where my pattern pieces go. Oh, let's see. Yes, exactly. It is like a game. And you know what? Like I just refuse to lose. Um Even if that means that like, I've definitely like kind of lost where it was like, "Oh, shoot, I or like I make a mistake." And you know what? Like we make that work. Wee. Rayon. Like I love it, but oh, to work with. She is not nice. Ugh. Because my fold is a little raggedy down here. But it's okay. A lot of times I usually try to pin them all, and then sometimes like here where you can't really see, like my hand is kind of hovering. I'm sorry. I'm also trying to like talk into the mic, but where my hand was, like I have fabric falling over, so I can't lay out all of it. So sometimes I'm like, yeah, that should work. I just usually try to like do if I can fit my main big pieces. I'm like, I'm straight. We're good. We're good. Ooh, where's my tea? I am embarrassed, but I'm not. Because this is literally what I do. It's just that usually people aren't watching me when I just start dancing. Okay. Okay, Raven, it's fine. Pin it. Okay. Yes, ma'am. You used to stream sewing on Twitch? You used to stream sewing on Twitch? That's awesome. I get on Twitch every now and then. I think about streaming there, but then I'm like, does anybody care on there? But there are like a lot of like different types of crafters and like especially like cosplay makers and stuff on there as well. Oh, but the tea, girl, it's anything with hibiscus. Mm, I'm I'm a fan. Like when the tea is has that tinge of red, I know it's gonna be good. Cause I don't know why. Maybe because it makes it like a wine color, and I don't know. And to me, it looks like it kind of has body. I don't know. It's good. Mm. The brand is Good Earth. So I like it. There's another brand that I've been chasing for the longest. It's like sometimes will buy random teas. Oh, and we also kind of only do like kind of a looser leaf. Um, so, but there was a brand that I bought not long ago, and well, a couple years ago now, and I just I've been fiending for it ever since, but I haven't found it again. Um, let's see. It's awesome. Okay. Well, I know through I've been using OBS to, which I know a lot of people use sometimes if they're doing like streams and stuff. And I think like you can stream on more than one platform at once. So I would definitely consider streaming on Twitch as well. I didn't realize like how big of a like crafting community was on Twitch. But if they have, like you said, the different tags and stuff, like I would love to also follow some other people. Because even if I'm not sewing at the time, if I'm doing something a little more chill, like I will put on videos to like of people who are sewing, and particularly if they're like, I like the, like you guys said, like the prep, like the laying out the fabric, like, not I mean, this is like sewing as well. So oof, I need to do a time check. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, okay. Yeah, then I definitely need to look into that. Good tips, good tips. Yeah, I can tell that when I come back from my trip, like this is what's going to be on the table. But it's fine because it'll like inspire me to like, yep, I'm in the middle of working on something, and like I'm going to jump back into it. So because I've been thinking about this project and just like not getting to it. Definitely want to do more sewing and things in the new year. Um, actually, yeah, I have plenty space. Man, I'm so little on the screen. Actually, it's kind of weird how certain things become rituals. Like the first time I was doing one of these lives. Like I was like, you know what? Let me make some tea. And then like it's kind of been like one of the things I just like kind of always do now. It very much feels like a part of it. It feels like the sewing process. Well, for me, obviously for me. Ooh, ooh, no, 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 no. Honestly, I love buying rayon, and then I immediately regret it when I start working with it. What was I thinking? You know? Really getting my space together and packing. Yes! Unpack that sewing stuff. You guys, like, you know what I mean? We've got like, um, Leslie, you're being a lurker, which is fine. You're unpacking sewing stuff. She's making her coat. This is what this is for, you guys. Whew. Even though I'm getting hot in these jammies and this tea and this iron and this studio light, I'm just praying that my heater doesn't start kicking on. But the heater's probably like, "Girl, it's hot in here." It looks like I pin just a little bit faster when I'm quiet. Surprise, surprise. Yep, yep. You know what? Like, as I'm doing this, maybe I will. I may end up doing the exact same thing that I'm gonna contradict myself, I think. Like, we'll see how this goes. But, because the way these pieces are, I feel like all of them would fit within this, like, rectangular thing. So maybe I will use a rotary cutter with this. Because I feel like I wouldn't have to do, like, that much shifting, I guess. I don't know. It's still early yet. Hey, girl. Hey, Miss B. You know I'm not going to try to say your last name because I'm going to butcher it. Merry Christmas Eve. Well, to everybody. I don't think I said Merry Christmas Eve to anyone. Mm, sorry, just thinking out loud. Mm, more tea. Okay, I'm gonna pin this last piece, and then I'm gonna start cutting. I think with a rotary and see how that goes. Yeah. Mm, yeah. I think. Oh no! I wasn't looking how. Oh no! Sorry, this is one of those pieces where like the grain line is gonna make it lay like diagonally. So it's gonna take up some space. I need to see if anything else is gonna do that. Oh, and cut one. Oh, okay. Nah, fine. Too easy. And that's why I keep laying it out myself. This is not a big deal. Okay, and we're back. Yes. So maybe I will actually pin these three pieces. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'll do. So I'm going to pin these three pieces. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do that on camera, but I'm definitely going to cut off the fabric here. Because I should be able to accommodate. Ooh, I hope so. I think I should be able to accommodate the rest of the pieces on the rest of the fabric. Yeah, I think it should be fine. And if it's not, you'll know next time. Yep, don't be scared. Just cut it. Just cut that fabric. Cut that thing. Okay. Oh. You know, the other thing I feel like about when you talk to like fellow crafters and stuff, you end up having, you know, just like we were talking in the chat, like even if you don't like know each other personally, they're just already so you're just already gonna have like so many similarities and things in common, um, that you just can't talk to everybody else about. So to find like your kindred, you know, it gives me the warm and fuzzies. Okay. Yeah, exactly. No, the community, the sewing community is, there's no better community. And I don't want to say that just in case any of you knit or crochet. I'm sure those communities are awesome too. And I can do a little bit of knitting, a little bit of crocheting, just a little. Um, I always tell myself like I want to like really get into it more, but then I kind of just continue doubling down on sewing. So I just don't know when that's gonna happen. Um, Plus, if you're somewhere like from a like a warmer place, I just feel like you just don't really think about knitting and crocheting like that because like by the time, and believe me, I've seen some like cute crochet halters and all type of stuff, but the idea of crochet material on me, during like a Houston in the summer. No, thank you. I don't even live in Texas anymore though. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Um, so I don't want to go over an hour, especially too, cause like after this, I'm gonna like all my like serene and happy like sewing thoughts are gonna go out of the window, cause then I'm gonna start being like, okay, what do I need to pack? What do I need to do? Um, and you already know this airport is gonna be madness. Let's see. But I'm happy to, you know, see my folks, see the fam. It'll be a nice break. I think about all the other stuff that I'd like to sew. Um, it's funny too, because like my parents usually watch my lives, and I'm hoping that they are not watching it today because I kind of wanted to just bust in and show them my jammies. But I sent them some too, so we're not. I didn't get them matching, but I got them some jammies too. So this will be the year that we'll this will be the first year we'll do the thing where like we're the family on the catalog all wearing jammies. They won't be matching, but I kind of don't want them to see what I got on yet. But that's fine. Okay. So let me slide this underneath. Oh yeah, okay. So that's not it's not terrible. Yeah, that should be great. I don't know how well you can see. I have like a little one and a bigger one. I think I'm gonna use the little smaller one. This rayon is like taking all my concentration. Like I just don't trust you. I do not trust you. I know, and you know what? Like I get duped every time because I know why I pick rayon. Because like rayons are usually like extremely colorful and all that type of stuff. And like summer, they're always summer ready. But like, yo, like in practice, stuff is terrible, terrible. Okay. One. Okay. That honestly, like, this is great. This is a good stopping point. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so thank you all for joining today, whether you're still in the chat or not, or if you see this later. And especially if you see this later, Merry Christmas or Happy New Year. I don't know when you're going to see this. But thanks for popping in. It was really fun. This is, I think, the most people that I've ever had, in chat today. And hey, it was on a holiday. Yeah. So anyway, again, thank you so much for joining. Aw, I'm glad it was lovely. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too. I had a great time. So let's do this again. Yeah, absolutely. I've been really consistent you guys lately, doing this on Sunday. I don't have like a time when I'm trying to nail that down. I'm just really just trying to stay consistent. So, yeah. But I'll definitely do this again. I'm gonna look into the Twitch thing too. Um, Aw. Yeah, thank you guys. I'm going on Southwest. I hope it should be okay, but if it was anything like last year, whew, but it seems I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah. So, all right, y'all. I'm out, and yeah, Merry Christmas and happy sewing as always. This is gonna be awkward because I'm gonna have to like run around and then turn it off, but just bear with me. My setup is just sucks.